Gamecocks will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Tigers offense will get the first possession of the game. And guys, any discussion about this offense has to start and end with the guy behind center.
Yeah, I mean, the quarterback, he gets the ball on every play. He's got to be the leader. He's got to be able to throw the football. So many times you see, Jesse, where they can run it as well, but he's the captain usually on most teams. It starts and ends with him.
Yeah, and David, the thing you love about this guy, too, is he's such a good distributor and facilitator with the football. He knows this offense like the back of his hand, and he's able to take advantage of all the different weapons they have surrounding him.
The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. The throw to the outside is complete. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
Finds his tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Wants to keep it in the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Anderson. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
LSU moving quickly, going to work again on 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. That's caught. It's Brown. They don't get nearly enough on 3rd down. 4th down coming from the 48.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. So South Carolina's offense will go to work for the first time. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Second down, they'll go to the air. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Yeah, it fell incomplete because he did a great job of getting to the quarterback. He's in the pocket. Yeah, he's comfortable, but you get in there and you get a hit on him. Now he feels it. Can't throw the football. Can't follow through with his arm motion. Nice job by the defense.
He'll be stopped short. Picks up one, but they're facing 4th and 1.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs. So it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going. But moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown LSU! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
Man, talk about playing complementary football. You get the sudden change, you get the turnover, and now you turn it into points immediately. Nice job by the defense forcing it, the offense taking advantage and putting points on the board.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Turning it on. Makes it past the marker. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. It's year 5 now for Shane Beamer at South Carolina. The Gamecocks coming off their best season since 2013. Now the question is, what's a realistic ceiling?
And I think getting to that 10-win mark. Last year they had 9 wins, but the offense took off, and having a dude like Lenora Sellers, Jesse, that's a full-grown
rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Out of the gun to give to the back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. Bringing the heat. Going for the big play. He's got it along the sideline. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. To the ground with the back. Some belief in that running game as they pick up 5 to the 35-yard line.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
To the air, it's Sellers. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll run it. Fighting off the defender. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Here comes the heat. He caught it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
And the Gamecocks trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on 1st down.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defense coordinators will tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
Oh, there's always football on the bad pitch. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. Ball changes hands, and the offense finds themselves backed up inside their own 10. Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Pulls it in. It's Brown. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down.
Well, that receiver, he knew he had to get his head turned around quickly. He's running the curl route against zone coverage, but he knows his quarterback is going to be firing that ball into him. It's a rocket pass. He's able to make the catch and get the 1st.
Wants to throw on 1st down. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Well, the offense staying aggressive. They've had success all game long. They just came away with a big play, but finally give up a sack. If they can keep this quarterback standing up, though, they can extend their lead.
The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Back to pass on 2nd down. The sure hands, it's Anderson. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Sets up the screen. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple 1st downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. He's got him.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellows, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable first half in Baton Rouge. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's head back to Tiger Stadium in Baton Rouge.
LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play can put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so, so he bit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind him.
Trying play action. Fires left. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping to run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Dropping back, it's Sellers. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
That's a great play by this defense. It's hard when you go against a guy that's so good at the quarterback spot. He can make so many plays, but the defense understood that rep. Nice job getting to him, corralling him, getting him on the ground, and creating the big sack.
The Gamecocks will call on their punt team. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Signals for the fair catch and looks it in at the 40. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got a man, it's Brown.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
And the Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
The Tigers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. Sweet punt there. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Anderson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Unloads to the wideout. Caught over the middle, it's Anderson. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
If I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They'll send the back in motion. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
All right, this offense needs to come up with a solution for this defensive end because he is a problem. They have got to find a way to help out the offensive tackle to prevent this guy from getting to the quarterback.
The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Almost intercepted in the end zone, and what a red zone stop that would have been. It'll be 4th down.
That's a big missed opportunity by the defense there, guys. If he's able to make that interception, all of a sudden, their offense is back on the field. But now, because he dropped it, it's still 4th down, and, of course, they're in field goal range.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. And this one is perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further.
Hey, listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Sellers. Fires to the middle. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Leaves it with the running back. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. He'll pull it down and run. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the 1st down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
With the catch, it's Bennett. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Guys, LSU has the lead here. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Catch in the middle, it's Smith. Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a first down.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions, got to continue to get these first downs, move quick, don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
Running back searching for a hole. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And the D does it again. Like, I feel like it's a repeat. We can play that over and over today. They've had a great game against the pass, against the run, limiting the big plays, and they do it again. Just watch them. Where they're supposed to be. They're physical. They don't give up a lot of tackles, a lot of yards after the tackle. Just a great performance by this D.
The screen, and watch out. And good blocking in space out there to give them enough room to pick up the first down.
And, man, this offense needed that. They've got to get it going. That clock is ticking. They've got 0 points on the game. They've got to put a couple of plays together. There's play number 1. Let's see if they can get a streak going, get down the field, and put some points on the scoreboard.
They'll throw it from the red zone. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on first down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a second down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
And the Gamecocks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
And here comes money down for this offense. Third down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down.
And it's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Splits the uprights. Good. This is now a 7-point game.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They've got it first and 10 from the 25. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Got it in the middle, it's Anderson. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They are dialed in on this drive, a couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wants to throw it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Anderson. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Snagged in the middle. It's Anderson.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football, though.
The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I think if you're offense here, the game boils down to this one play on third down with the lead late. If you get the first down, that's ball game. There's not enough time left for the defense to get it back and go march down the field. So let's dial up our best play offensively. Let's make sure our best players are touching the football here.
Scanning the field, it's Nussmeier. Got it in the middle, it's Anderson. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
And they'll take a knee.